Well, hello everyone. Thanks for listening and listening about DigitalX. So DigitalX, I am the CEO, I am Lisa Wade, and DigitalX is a digital investment management company that operates in both the new world of crypto and digital assets and a catchphrase we commonly call Web3. And we also run some traditional finance businesses. And what we really do is we operate at the intersection of finance and technology and build great investment products and great investment services inside of the intersection of finance and technology. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is a little bit about, who our company is and our structure. So we run sort of two parts to the business. The first is a crypto investment management firm where we have two main funds. We have a Bitcoin fund and we have a top 20 crypto fund. The Bitcoin fund is an access product. So if you're interested in and curious about Bitcoin, but you don't want to open a wallet, all of those things, we manage that for you, which is actually very highly technical and quite complex, even though a single asset seems like a simple strategy and not to mention highly risky. And then we run a crypto fund where what we would say is not all crypto is created equal. And we start with an investment universe of 19,000 tokens approximately, or 90,000 tokens that are out there. And we filter all the way down to doing research on the top 100. And then from the top 100 or emerging tokens that we believe will come into the top 20, we then build our portfolio around companies that we believe will be the top 20 of the future or are in the top 20 now. Now, when I'm talking about those funds, they're wholesale funds, so you have to qualify as a wholesale investor to be able to invest in them. Then within that business, we're also releasing a new fund, which is a real world asset tokenization fund. And I don't want to get super geeky about Web3 because it's a very high level talk. However, when you talk about what everybody's calling the transition to the Web3 economy or the transition to the programmable economy, what we're really talking about is in Web2, you shop online on your couch with a credit card by yourself. In Web3, you go into a store in the metaverse and you pay through tokens, which creates this thing called atomic settlement. That's what we're really calling the financial rails of Web3. In that, you will be able to create digital representations of real world assets. And that's where we really see the enormous opportunity of Web3. So we're building a real world asset tokenization fund to take advantage of that thematic alone and give people the opportunity and access to invest in tokenized real world assets. Next to that, we also have a Bitcoin balance sheet. So we're OG in Bitcoin. We're the only Australian listed company to have Bitcoin on our balance sheet. And to generate more returns for shareholders, which is obviously our primary focus as a business, is to generate returns for shareholders. We also do ETH staking, and we run an Australian ETH staking node, well, 4 nodes to be precise. And we also generate yields for our investors by doing that. Now, the second half of our business, I think, is really cool. It's a one-off share trading business called Sell My Shares. And say, for example, you inherit shares or you get given some shares at work and you don't know how to sell them. You just come onto our website, give us your HIN, we check who you are, and then you sell your shares. Through this, we've also have an innovation, which we've done a world first this year, of settling those shares in what we call T0 as an internal nickname, or same day settlement. So basically you can sell your shares and receive the money the same day. Normally, you may or may not know that when you sell shares, you don't get the money for a couple of days. We also have a RegTech product called Drawbridge. So if you work yourself for a listed company, Drawbridge is a compliance tool that sits on the blockchain in partnership with the ASX and Symphony, their blockchain platform. And it basically stops you from insider trading, just in case there's stuff going on at your company that means that you might be perceived to be in a blackout when you don't know that you're in a blackout. So it's a RegTech and compliance tool. Now, in terms of what does this look like for the future of DigitalX and how are we growing the business? So we have some key revenue drivers, and those I would like to just really point out that we are very focused in what we do, and our key revenue drivers sit around maximizing the revenue in those businesses, not just running off and doing 50 or 100 new things, which is really easy to do in our space when we are an innovation company. We've got a development team, we're doing all the cool things and building all the cool things, but what we're doing is we're really focusing on the customers that we have the customers of Sell My Shares, and building tools that maximize their experience into Web3. So our key revenue drivers going forward are to develop and to fund the T0 or the same-day settlement service, potentially across other types of assets, but really focusing on partnering with larger organizations who may want to offer that service to their staff. When I talked about inheriting shares, there's a big market for Sell My Shares in engaging with deceased estates lawyers, and really that's a marketing activity. So we're focusing on that. And within our funds business, we're focusing on partnerships to increase our funds under management, which then plays into the ETH staking becoming a revenue opportunity, both for the balance sheet and for our customers. So that's who we are in a nutshell. I'm happy to answer any questions. There's some details in the pack on how to reach out to us. I really believe that we're a great little Aussie gem of a company. In fact, I'm a new CEO. I took this role in February, and the way I described DigitalX to the board is a rough diamond that we need to polish. And I really see my job as polishing that rough diamond. So I don't know how many of the little gems are actually diamonds, but we're a very cool diamond. So I hope you get to know our company, and thank you very much.